All right, everybody. All right. We are back. It's Sith Council. We're back. We're here. And it might be a short show today. I don't know. But I know that we're going to really get in depth about the Obi-Wan images that came out. I put a video out earlier this morning, obviously. But Steph Sabra's here today. People are, where's Mike? Where's Mike? Mike's working. He's got something to do. So he'll be back when he's back. Give me a break. It's me and Steph. So we're going to be going over these images and kind of speculating and going through it and having this longer conversation about it. And then we'll talk some Star Wars Celebration, but that's really it today. So it might be a short show. It might be like one of these things when you're tuning into Disney Plus and you're like, oh, why was that a 30-minute episode? Well, because you want to be short and sweet. And that's what's going to happen. If you haven't done it already, I need you to show a little. Just show a little bit of class and hit that subscribe button, notification, like, all of it. All right, it's Obi-Wan. Let's speculate. Let's get into it. It's myself. It's Steph Sabra. Let's do it.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Sith Council. Today is the rule of two. It's myself and Darth Sabra.
Dyad in the Force.
Yeah, we are here. And you walked in this morning, Steph, and we said, hey, you know that those images are out? And you're like, no, what images? I was like, it's the Obi-Wan images. And you're like, uh-oh. That means we're getting closer to a trailer, right? It's got to be right around the corner. If they're gonna do that. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or yeah.
It's usually how it works.
Next week. Mm-hmm.
It's usually how it works. So they have they had these images come out. Entertainment Weekly always gets the Star Wars scoops. It's been like a tradition all the time. They get them, and they have this. There's so much. Now, what I wanted to do, and I'll bring it up and I also don't want us to start freezing again, but I'm going to give you some of the information that they had with these images, so you kind of know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
That's not what I wanted. Let's get into some of these images. Let's start with the first one here, and this is the cover. What do you think of the cover right away? Thoughts?
Silver Fox.
Yeah,
that's the thoughts. Yeah, it looks beautiful. I think this is kind of lucky because it's Ewan McGregor and he's aged wonderfully. Yep. But I think he's aged perfectly for this character because it's emotional.
10 years later.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the time that we're picking up on. And it just looks really, really nice.
I don't know what the full article says, but there's like these little snippets of stuff throughout it, and we'll get into that kind of right now. All right, the first one, as I mentioned, the first bit is this image here, and I think you and I talked about this a while ago because here's the quote. They say, what kind of Obi-Wan are we going to meet in Obi-Wan Kenobi? And Ewan McGregor says we're going to find Obi-Wan at the beginning of our story. He's broken, he's faithless, and beaten, somewhat given. Like, that's when the movie was supposed to come out, like years ago. The rumors were that with this big script, the rumors were that he was kind of shut himself off from the Force.
Yeah.
And not in a Luke Skywalker way, but in a way of just I don't want them to feel my presence. Everyone's dying, and he has no help. So he's losing faith, and we haven't really seen an Obi-Wan kind of broken down to this part of it, right? And he's going into this thing, and he's going to have to get picked up, and I think he's going to wind up getting thrown back into it with the presence of Anakin. He's going to probably think that he can help, and he's going on this other adventure wherever the hell he's going. But I like this idea that he's this kind of he's broken down, peeking around the corner. What do you think looking at these images?
Yeah, I think the only complaints I've seen about Obi-Wan series, which are few, and I don't even know if we can consider them complaints, is things like, oh, well, we know exactly what's going to happen with Obi-Wan, so is this show going to even be as effective as you would think it is? And there's been talks of, well, Better Call Saul, that worked. And I think that when you start with an Obi-Wan like this, that's disheveled, emotional, that's exactly how you make it work, because you have to be invested in their character arc, which this is a part of his character that we haven't seen. So although, we know the end result, there's so much in it that we don't know.
So much. How did he get from being that Jedi Knight that we see in Revenge of the Sith to this broken down character to eventually the wise old wizard that we find in episode 4? And he knows his task. He knows what he's supposed to do. He's watching over Luke, and he's got to stay serene somehow. Yeah. And he's not. And the thing that stands out to me is broken and faithless and beaten, and he's somewhat given up. Like somewhat is the key word there, because for somewhat, it's not all the way.
Which is why he stayed on Tatooine.
Which is why he stayed there, which is why he's able to pick himself up and do something else. So that makes sense, obviously, that's going down.
It wouldn't make sense any other way. Obi-Wan's life is tough, man.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of heartache. So especially questioning in faith, I think they can do a really cool look into the Jedi ways and where what Obi-Wan wants to take moving forward, because you're not going to take exactly what you left off with, because you just left with all the younglings murdered by your partner.
Right. Yeah, and that's the problem, is that he has all this stuff going on with him that he's guilt, I'm sure, also, like he's how much of it right now we haven't really been told at this point. Does he know that Vader's alive? I would assume so. 10 years later, he knows the name Darth Vader. He knows who he is, and he knows obviously he survived. But like, how's he struggling with that? What kind of dreams is he having? It's like, if he's in that much isolation as we see him in this series, like there's going to be more. There's got to be flashbacks.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Definitely. I think there's got to be flashbacks. I want there to be flashbacks.
Yeah.
I think that's such an important part of their relationship, is hopefully, we've talked about it, hitting on a battle in the Clone Wars together.
Right.
Or something.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah. Just like a insanely epic action sequence.
Well, because that they pay attention to a lot of the stuff that's working, right? Anytime you have anything, you want to pay attention to what's really working with the fan base, and that's the beauty of TV, is that you have that. The turnaround is so fast, so you can say, you know what they're really enjoying, like when we go back into the Clone Wars stuff, and like even in Mandalorian, when we show like the actual droids and the battle droids we've never seen in live action, people are loving that. So what if we did it with? Imagine sitting around the table and saying, what if we had, like, we just deep fake just a little bit, Anakin and Ewan just a little bit, and then we put them in the Clone Wars scene, and we have them like fighting together, and you see something you would have seen in the Clone Wars, but you see it live action now.
Yeah. Maybe Ahsoka appears too.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And the only thing with Ahsoka showing up at that scene is that you'd have to then have Rosario Dawson play the character very differently than what she's playing now. She's battle tested now. She's more serious. And at first I was like, why is she playing her so serious? And I thought about Rebels. She's pretty serious in Rebels.
Yeah. She was a different character in Rebels and Clone Wars.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why people love her so much, because she had a legitimate, full-fleshed character arc that we got to see.
She did. Sorry. So speaking of new characters and everything else, too, that we're about to see.
This is exciting.
So Moses Ingram was announced a while ago, and then people started to say, you know what, is she an Inquisitor? And everyone was kind of wondering if she was, and she certainly is. And she is the Force-sensitive Inquisitor Reva. Moses Ingram is going to prove a formidable new foe as she seeks out Jedi in hiding for the Empire. Director Deborah Chow and writer Joby Harrell described the character as ruthlessly ambitious. You know what I hope to see in this series from her? I want her to find a Jedi and kill them. Like, setting up who she is, what the Inquisitors do, because the Inquisitors are trying to find Force-sensitive people and bring them over.
Yeah.
And like the same thing that they've done with her and other people. Like that's what they set up in Rebels, that they were going to set up. And if the Jedi didn't come on over and converted them to Inquisitors, then they kill them. I want to see her, if she's as ruthless as they say, that's what the Inquisitors do. They hunt down and they kill Jedi, and that's what was happening during this purge the whole time. Let's see it, man.
So messed up.
Yeah,
there's nothing worse than watching a Jedi die. I hate it.
It's tough.
It's so tough.
There was what game was it? It was Force Unleashed, and the beginning of Force Unleashed, the game. But it's not a canon game, but it was one I always hoped was. And Vader recruits Starkiller this way. They're wiping out all the Jedi, and there's this one planet that they go to, and there's a Jedi. I think it's either his dad or his protector. I don't know who he is protecting Starkiller, and Vader winds up killing the protector, and then Starkiller tries to fight him, and he recruits him as his apprentice, and that's how ultimately it happens. But to see something like that, the hunting down, that was the stuff we never got to see, was the Purge. So we're 10 years into the Purge at this point. There's still some Jedi left, but they're getting wiped out. And I think that's also why Obi-Wan is hiding. Maybe there are other Jedi who are trying to fight back, and that's just not working out for him, and that's why they have the Inquisitors. So this is a very interesting part, and something that is interesting to see, even in this shot right here. Is like you have Reva, who is now not too far off from Revan, but not Revan. Reva, on this new planet that they're talking about, that we'll get into in a little bit. They kind of equate it to Hong Kong a bit. Well, March is here and the madness has officially begun. It's time for you guys to shoot your shot and score big on the nonstop action, and do it with MyBookie. You can predict winners in each round of the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win a Bitcoin, a Doodle NFT currently valued at over $50,000, and over $100,000 more in cash prizes. Whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting the national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, MyBookie has you covered. You got to sign up today with MyBookie, but use that promo code BIGTHING to make your first deposit, earning a free entry into the My Bracket contest. Selections for the bracket will officially begin on March 13th and close March 17th at 12 p.m. So make sure you get your deposit in now with the code BIGTHING to secure that free entry. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here with this character, though. You too?
Yeah, she looks sick and scary, and I think it's a great choice that we're going the Inquisitor route and that we're going to be telling that story. A lot of us predicted it for a while, because if you're gonna tell the Obi-Wan story, you have to have stakes that matter, and Obi-Wan's one of the baddest in the game. Like, you know, he can really kill anyone if you want to duel him. So who's going to be a formidable force, an opponent? And it is the Inquisitors. Yeah, the Inquisitors have to be, because they're not Sith, but they're like Sith in training. Yeah. You know, so it's like, and they're in they a lot of dark side stuff going on with them. So, all right, moving on to that next image that we see, and this one I love, and I mentioned this in my video. I don't know, did you ever see any of these fan trailers that they made for Obi-Wan like years ago? I've seen a few. So there's one, and they use a lot of footage of Ewan McGregor as he played like Jesus in some role, and I can't remember what it was, and they use it, and it looks just like this. So I'm wondering that if any of the stuff that they did do, that if they have a look at these fake trailers, whatever it is, because even like his outfit that he's got going on here, I don't know how much I can zoom in on this one, but let me try to zoom in on the outfit here. They probably did, Kristian, because it's like they're pulling de-aging people who can de-age off YouTube. Yeah, I know. Well, I love the idea here. Here's what it says. Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi is a master Jedi and a master of decluttering, as evidenced by his sparse dwelling on Tatooine, where he has set up shop to watch over young Luke. Now, this is before he sets up his hut, because we see that hut in Episode 4. But now we get this cave. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is there's nothing going on in here. He's sleeping in the it's like, it looks like a pillow and a blanket in the back. King of minimalism. I feel like Kanye West saw this and was like, "This is how we're going to design our new home." That's it. He's not doing anything except just chilling out, and I think that probably leads to loneliness. It probably leads, and it's probably a little crazy too. I'm sure it is, and it's probably where he's connected. It's why he's broken, and it's why he's crazy old Ben. And you think he's talking to Qui-Gon at this point? Yeah. It's got to be. Yes. He's got to be talking to Qui-Gon at some point. And then that's why, they think he's a nutball. And they probably will only talk to Qui-Gon once the Inquisitors have caught on to his location, or like once he makes like something that opens him up to the Force. Because I feel like talking to Qui-Gon would be caught by Palpatine at unless the time. They start right. I don't know, because remember the Sith don't know how to do that. No, Sith don't know how to connect to the Force that way. That's Qui-Gon figured it out. So I don't know. I think that if they want, I mean, what a way to just kick you right in the nuts to say like, hey, start it. He's in that cave and he's talking and Qui-Gon's there. He's like, enough. I've seen you be depressed for 10 years. Get up. But you just got to figure he's been talking to him for a while. That's why Yoda sent him there. Yoda sent him. He's like, you're going to Tatooine to go connect with your former master who figured out how to do this. So, and it's been 10 years. So yeah, he might be in the opening scene, which would be great. Yeah, and would make a lot of sense. But I love the look at it. The look overall, like even with the first two images that we see here, or three images, right? First three images. Between this one, and this one. This is not
This does not seem lighthearted. It does not seem fun.
No.
And it's okay because it's not supposed to be. This show shouldn't be fun.
No.
It's not like, I get where they wanted to make Boba Fett fun. I understand that. This show should not be fun. It does not need. Well, Star Wars is always fun. Okay, when your lightsabers, fine, but it's, you know what I mean. Overall,
No, because I feel this was a period where Star Wars wasn't fun until Return of the Jedi.
Right.
It just that's how it would.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think episode 4, you could probably argue that there's a lot of fun stuff going on, the swashbuckling kind of adventure that it is, and I don't think you're going to get a lot of that. I mean, there's not even a lot of
that's true. That's true.
Think about the people cast in this. There's not a lot of the characters are not. We're getting a broken down Obi-Wan. He's not going to be fun. Uncle Owen's never been fun.
No, never.
The Inquisitor certainly doesn't look fun. Vader's not. The Grand Inquisitor. These are all serious characters.
Do you think Uncle Owen's gonna have a big part?
Yeah, when you put Joel Edgerton in
because
there.
I was gonna say, do you think because the character or because of Joel Edgerton?
Both. Yeah, because you have this whole relationship. There's a reason why, like, he doesn't like Ben in episode 4. Doesn't like him. And we don't really see that in episode 3. Just hey, I'm delivering this kid. Thanks a lot. This is my brother-in-law's kid, and what's going on? And then I'm supposed to watch over him. Well, what, you don't trust me? You know, why are you watching over him? I can watch over him. Like that, you could see that kind of conversation happening.
Yeah.
And he's trying to protect his brother-in-law's kid. So there's a lot to this story, and Joel Edgerton is the right kind of actor. Him and Ewan McGregor can do be a waste, and I don't think Deborah Chow is going to do that. Be a waste not to give these guys some really good scenes because they're both really good actors.
Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah. It was just interesting because if you just watch the movies lightly, you're like Uncle Owen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so there's going to be more to it. I think there's definitely going to be more to it, and you probably see a different side of Owen that we've never seen before. But all right,
which is good.
Yeah, I agreed. So a lot of featuring on Reva, which I dig because the Inquisitor. She looks. I mean, I love her outfit. I mean, she's in. It's almost like it's like Vader's dressing them.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
yeah.
Just borrow something from my old closet.
Yeah.
And look, the people on Tatooine are looking. You would assume this is Tatooine. Maybe it seems
looks like
Tatooine. It's set up, but she's walking through, and this is what she said. She said they share a common dark side goal. Is what Ingram says about the villainous trio of Reva, the Grand Inquisitor, who we were rumored last week that we were going to get, and that seems to be confirmed now, obviously, and Darth Vader. They're on the same team. As for what stands out most to Ingram about her big bad, she says it's all heart, which makes a lot of sense when you're talking about the ways of the Sith. It's passion. You lead with passion. I mean, shit, look at what ultimately led Vader there in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot from her. And then she said they're a team, the three of them. So that means we're going to see a lot between Vader, her, and there's still no mention of James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
You think we're getting a different voice? A different actor to do it?
I don't think so. I know that some people have said his voice has aged. I know that you can do a lot with editing now to plump up a voice if you need to, but I just think if you still have him alive and it's your voice.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of it.
You're on the other side?
I love James Earl Jones. He's a legend. I love him. He without him, Vader never has that same kind of feel.
No.
It's just it's very noticeable to me now that he's an 80-year-old man, and you can hear it. Like my voice sounds significantly different from when I was 20 years old, and he just sounds different. And it's a slower voice. It's a more distinguished voice, and whether it's recognized or not, I did a search. Speaking of what you were just talking about before, with people who are doing deep fakes and making these trailers and there are tons of people who can do a spot-on Vader.
Yeah,
Vader?
It is definitely a voice, which is insane to think about because it was so unique at its time and probably for decades after. But people, because it's Darth Vader, one of the greatest characters of all time, they can do it.
They can do it, and there's a lot of voice actors that can do it. And
yeah, maybe. I mean, who knows? I think it will. At the end of the day, they probably respect James Earl Jones so much that it was a conversation.
I'm sure. Yeah, and he did it. He did it for Rebels. He did it for Rogue One. So you're probably right. You're probably right that if they're gonna do Vader, they're probably gonna do it for as long as he wants to do it. And so be it if that's the case. And like, oh man, he's too old. He shouldn't do it. It's James Earl Jones, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he great. It's like it'll be noticeable, and it's the same thing. Like, so perfect example is like when we were watching Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Prinze Jr. does not sound 12 years old.
No.
He sounds like Freddie Prinze Jr. today.
Yeah.
You get over it.
Yeah.
You just go about your day, and you also say it's the guy who actually brought the voice the same way that Freddie Prinze Jr. was Kanan's voice. So it's fine. Whatever it is, I'm just excited we're getting Vader. The question is how much Vader, how much are we going to get overall, and what is the overall arc, and how emotional is it going to be? Because it can be pretty. It could be pretty emotional from how broken down Obi-Wan is. All right.
I hope it's really emotional.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be.
I like him. I want to get into my feelings.
Lots of drama. Lots of drama. All right. So moving on to the next shot. This is a little bit deeper into it. Let's get to this one. Joel Edgerton is back as Uncle Owen. We don't necessarily like his odds in a face-off with Reva, but as a wise smuggler once noted, never tell me the odds. Thank you, George, for casting Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen, said Deborah Chow. That's all I can say. That means that she's going to use the hell out of him.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah, for sure.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And he's made it very clear that he's very excited to be back. He wants to be back, and he wants to be doing this again. So
it shows you a lot of as much as the prequels take heat, there's so much magic in those movies still, and including, not limited to, the casting.
Yes, and Joel Edgerton coming back is phenomenal. All right, before we move on, I wanted to let you guys know. Splish splash, I was taking a bath and I noticed I have beautiful balls. Our friends over at Manscaped, they are the global leaders in below the waist hygiene. They are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all new Ultra Premium Collection. It's an all-in-one hygiene, skin and hair bundle, and it is designed to upgrade the everyday man shower routine from head to toe. It's your skin, it's your hair, and it's your balls. They all deserve it. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with that code BIGTHING. There is so much I love about Manscaped. I told you, I've been talking about Manscaped forever, since you've been listening to me, whether it was on SEN Live or whether it was on Schmoes or whether it was the beginning of the big thing. Manscaped has been taking care of me since we've been working with them. I love Manscaped. I use the nose trimmer. I use everything. I use everything. I use the lawnmower. And I'm definitely using all this new stuff they have. If it's whether or not you have the hair, the 2-in-1 shampoo I've been using with the conditioner, it cleanses and it nourishes in one step. It's non-greasy formula. And it's got a base of it's got coconut water in it. It's got green tea, aloe, turmeric, and sage. And you just apply it to your armpits and the pubics also. You have lip balm. I've been using lip balm a lot. It's a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium collection. And I obviously have been raving about the Lawnmower 4.0. It's the electric trimmer. It cleans off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0, it's waterproof also. So you bet it's a major key to the new shower routine. The new bundle that they have going on, it'll change your life. And I want all of the Big Thing listeners to go out there and live your best lives. Here's how you do it. You get 20% off free shipping with that code BIGTHING at manscaped.com. 20% off free shipping, but you have to use that code BIGTHING at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine. Splish, splash, I was my bowl. All right, now we are back, and let's see. So there was one other image. And that image was this one. And this is the one that I mean, look at that though. That's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah,
it's a good shot. And we all know how Obi-Wan feels about flying. The Jedi prefers to travel by more primitive means, like this EOP, whenever possible. There was something else. There was something where I saw. Where the hell was it? It mentioned something about going on to another planet. Where did I miss that?
Wasn't it that one?
It was. Where was it? Let's see. There was something about. I can't remember where it was. But I want to check it out. There's something they mentioned the planet where it is, but it's like they said it's similar to Hong Kong is what they called this planet.
Oh, what it was actually called. Yeah, I thought that was the picture with Reva.
Maybe it was, but I don't know. So either way, let's see. Obi-Wan trailer.
What?
So what?
What?
Wait, what?
Or is it just pictures from the trailer?
Did we miss something?
Yeah.
Is the trailer out?
I'm going on Twitter.
Oh, look at someone's released a trailer.
What?
Oh my God. We missed the trailer stuff. We missed the trailer while we were doing.
Stop. Oh my God. Tweet 21 minutes ago.
Oh my God, you're killing us. All right, so we're gonna have to react to the trailer right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's shoot. All right, I'll have to piece it out. So we're doing a live trailer here, guys. We're gonna do a live trailer reaction right now. All right, give me a second. So you're watching this happen. That was
Holy
crazy.
shit.
All right, here we go. We're gonna watch. All right, we're gonna watch. We're gonna react to it together. Can we do it? All right, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna try to do it this way.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do. You guys already seen our trailer reaction to this point. So what Steph and I are gonna do? It was a short episode of Sith Council today. That's what we're gonna do. We'll react to the trailer together, you and I.
Okay.
So, final thoughts before we go out here. What do you think? What are you excited about? What you want to get off the air and watch the trailer? Right?
I don't want to watch this trailer, but I'm excited about Reva. I think her character looks sick. Yeah. I'm excited that we're focusing on Obi-Wan, the people that he's going to have to battle, because that makes sense.
Yep.
He has a lot of people going up against him. That makes sense. Yep. So just the look of it is exactly what I wanted. All
right. So short episode here today, guys. And before we go, I know a lot of you guys don't really think about your lawns in the winter, but it's time to prep for it this year. You're probably thinking that you have so much work that you have to do in order to get your lawns green and healthy again, but that's the beauty of Sunday. It takes all the work out of it for you. Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals, which is very important for me. They have a custom plan. It includes fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. You can feel good with kids and pets being around. It's great. So all you have to do is visit getsunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. Then they use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan delivered to your door whenever you need it. Just attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and then spray it. It takes less than 15 minutes. Best of all, it works. And Sunday is offering Big Thing listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129, and you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/bigthing20. That is 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/bigthing20. All right. So, and letting you guys know about that. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back. It is a very short episode. I know, Sith Council, but like we said, Obi-Wan dropped. We got to react to it. Peace out, everybody. Come on. You've already watched our reaction. It's so weird already, but here we go.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.